You changed the name and now you have to think on it.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the third podcast introducing our home health leadership community. We had this idea because we wanted to bring together folks that are in leadership positions in home health and those that are comfortable and uncomfortable. We want to create a group of peers that can learn from one another and improve our skills. And one of the things I think about when I think about leadership is it's important to know where you're going. It's important to know what you're leading your group of employees, your group of staff. Where are you taking them? Tonya, can you tell us a little bit about setting goals and communicating those goals?
Sure. Um, First of all, I just want to say again that I'm really excited about this community. I'm excited to not only share ideas, but learn from other people. I always gain something every time I interact and learn, connect with other leaders. So just really excited about it. So talking about understanding where we're going, you know, one of the things when I work with executive leaders, I talk to them a lot about strategy and strategic planning. And what I find is that strategic planning is done in this like closed door a lot of times, and everybody's not involved in it. And it's like this, like top secret mission that we're doing, thinking about where the organization's going. And I start with the fact that that's not how we need to do it. Everybody needs to be involved from the frontline healthcare provider all the way through the top C-suite individual needs to be embedded in the strategic plan and the goals of the organization and have input and connect to them. So I want everybody just to think about how you share your goals of the organization, but then also the goals of the team. How do they connect? Do you have goals? Are there things that you're working towards? And are you connecting them to the organizational goals? So it's just really important to understand that that's something that needs to be through the whole organization. And then I like to say to people, okay, now, how are your own personal development goals connected to what you're doing every day in the organization? Because once you make that connection, things become easy. If I'm growing and learning as a home health leader, and that knowledge is building something that our organization is moving towards, that is so powerful. And then you have that personal connection. And when you make that for your team, they can really get engaged in what the organization's doing. So we're going to talk a little bit in the community about strategic planning, understanding it. If you've never done strategic planning and you're like, oh, I don't want anything to do with that, it sounds way too complicated. It's actually really simple. And it really is a great way to think about not only your work life, but your own personal professional development and your own goals too.
I think it's important that you take some of the things that have happened to you in your life and bring them forward to your new leadership position. Many of you that are listening to this podcast have played team sports. I know that that's where I come from. Tanya's may glaze over as I talk about playing team sports, but it is
No.
important that I bring that what I learned in that situation, that the goal of a team sport is to win. And oftentimes you have to put people in positions that they may not be the most comfortable with in order to move the plan forward. So delivering that message about why your catcher now has to play center field is super important, and them understanding that that is ultimately going to carry the group to the win. And Tonya, I know that you have some history in some significant skill things that you've done in your life, and I'll bring up your baton twirling. That's something that you were able to, at a very young age, lead personally, right? Do you want to tell a little bit how
Mhm.
that has developed you into a leader?
I can't believe you brought a baton twirling to this already. Um, so, like Sherry, I was also an entrepreneur relatively young in my life. In high school, I started my own baton and dance studio, Tanya's Twirlers. It was a lot of fun. But in that, I learned so much about understanding people. I not only had to lead the little baton twirlers that I was teaching classes to, but I had to interact with their moms and understand how to move their moms forward to putting on a recital or a parade group. And I really learned about that human interaction and having a mission and vision. And I know it might sound silly, but we were really mission driven in Tanya's Twirlers. We were going to go win this competition. And I had to get the moms and the kids all excited and all engaged and connected personally to achieving that goal. And I often think back to that when I'm doing leadership development, that at an early age, I realized the value of getting everybody on board and excited about a mission and vision. And I've had the opportunity then to run a nonprofit, and I run a camp for kiddos who are ventilator dependent, and it's the same thing. Getting everybody connected to the goals of the organization and why it matters. It's the same in our professional lives. We have to feel excited about something. We have to feel connected to that. And I think that that's what we forget sometimes. We think, hey, it's a job. Sure, it's a job, but it's a big part of your life. How do you personally connect to it? And how do you grow and build your personal connection to what your organization's doing? It's really important, and you need to be able to do that for your team.
And I think that's super important. And yes, I have seen Tonya twirl a baton before. However, I've not had the opportunity to see her twirl the fire baton yet, which is something I want to see. And maybe we can convince her to do that in this leadership community. We plan on having a little bit of fun in this leadership community. We plan on trying to make this as entertaining as possible, as engaging as possible, so that we can help you improve your skills. Yes, there is a such thing as a natural born leader, but even those folks need to learn. They need to improve and increase the breadth of their leadership skills. So take a chance for 60 days for free. You get the opportunity to get not just Tonya and I, but other leaders in the same industry that you're in, who have the similar challenges that you're in, but also we're going to bring in some outside perspectives to help with our leadership, because we want to build this to something that is really going to assist you in your growth as a leader. So sign up for 60 days on Small Business Saturday. And after that, if you want to subscribe, you're absolutely welcome to subscribe and stay in the community. But we're really looking forward to it. So thank you for your time.